Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're plunging into the whole world of Phuket, Thailand.
Yeah, looking at why it's just so popular.
Exactly. We've pulled together a whole bunch of different sources, everything from nightlife guides, cost breakdowns, explorations of the culture, the food scene.
And even a local Thai perspective on its fame, which is great.
Right. So the mission is to really unpack what makes Phuket tick, why it draws in so many people from all over.
Yeah, and this mix of info should give us a pretty well-rounded picture. We can look at who goes there, why, what it costs, what it tastes like.
And how it feels from the inside looking out, so to speak.
Exactly.
Okay, so where should we start? Nightlife feels like a big one for Phuket, right?
Definitely. The sources paint this picture of like a total transformation after dark. You've got the daytime beauty, the beaches, the landscape.
And then boom, the sun goes down and it's a whole different vibe.
Right. And what's interesting is this idea that it's not just, imported party culture. There's a real mix.
A fusion, yeah. Local traditions meeting international stuff.
Precisely. You might get Thai music alongside a DJ set, or find cocktails with specifically Thai ingredients. It's blended.
That makes sense. So for people looking for the big club experience, what are the standouts mentioned?
Well, Illusion comes up a lot.
Yeah.
Sounds like a massive place, premiere, big light shows, top DJs. Open pretty late, like 10 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Okay, the main event type place.
Seems like it. Then there's Sugar Club that's more for the hip-hop and R&B crowd.
Yeah.
Live acts, kicks off around 10 p.m. too.
And Tiger Nightclub, the name alone.
Yeah, that one sounds wild. Jungle theme, apparently multiple levels, mixes local and international DJs, signature drinks. Definitely sounds like an experience.
So high energy options covered. What if you want something maybe a bit more chill or just different?
Plenty of bars mentioned too. Quip Sky Bar gets a nod rooftop. Views over Phuket town, signature cocktails. Sounds quite sophisticated.
Nice.
Then Skylight Rooftop Lounge, also rooftop, but maybe a bit more lively. Live DJs, big cocktail list.
And I guess there are probably tons of smaller hidden spots, too.
Oh, yeah, the sources mentioned that, those little intimate cocktail bars or maybe a relaxed beach bar away from the main crowds.
It's not all clubs and bars, though, right? The night markets seem huge, too.
Absolutely. They're a big part of the evening scene. Phuket Weekend Market sounds massive. Street food, souvenirs, just packed with local life.
And the Old Town Night Market. More arty.
Yeah, seems like it. More focus on artisans, local crafts, that kind of thing. Plus street food, of course. Always street food.
Can't go wrong there. These markets sound like a good way to soak up the local atmosphere after dark.
Definitely. It's a different kind of energy than the clubs. More local, more relaxed in a way, but still buzzing.
Okay. And beach parties. Still a thing.
Seems so. Cafe Del Mar and Accommodation gets mentioned. Sunset views, DJs, tapas, themed parties. Sounds like that classic Ibiza-style beach club vibe, but, in Phuket.
Right. And Nomad Beach Club?
Yeah, that one sounds maybe a bit more eclectic. Interesting decor, also themed parties. So yeah, beach club options are there.
Wow, okay, so clubs, rooftop bars, night markets, beach clubs. What about live music?
Yep, covered too. Hard Rock Cafe in Patong for the classic rock and American food fix, naturally.
Of course.
But also mentions of just local bars where you can catch Thai bands playing, maybe even traditional music sometimes.
So a really wide range then. Anything else on nightlife? Safety tips? Etiquette?
Yeah, the sources do touch on that. Just the usual advice, really be aware of your surroundings, respect local customs, know how you're getting home, standard stuff for a night out anywhere, but always good to remember.
And crucial for late night munchies.
Oh, absolutely essential. Street food is king. Pad Thai, satay, mango sticky rice.
Yeah.
All readily available late into the night.
Perfect.
And local eateries often stay open late too, serving up proper Thai dishes, seafood. You won't go hungry.
Sounds like the nightlife really does offer something for pretty much everyone. Okay, let's switch gears. A huge factor for any trip. Money. The cost. What do the sources say about budgeting for Phuket?
Right, the practical side. So the average daily cost figure that comes up is around 133 US dollars.
Okay, $133 a day. What does that cover, roughly?
That's broken down into about $41 for meals, $12 for local transport, and the biggest chunk, about $123 for a hotel.
Okay, so accommodation is the main expense driver there.
Seems like it on average. And they give a weekly figure too for two people, which is maybe easier to picture around $1,857 for the week.
That's helpful for planning. Does it break down costs for different, travel styles, budget versus luxury?
It does, yeah, which is super useful. So budget travelers might aim for around $54 a day. Mid-range is that $132, $133 mark we mentioned. And luxury, well, That could be up around $340 a day or more.
Wow, quite a spread.
Definitely shows it caters to different wallets. It's not just a luxury spot or just a backpacker haven.
Right. And that accommodation cost that $123 a day. Does that change much?
Hugely, depending on when you go. Low season, the average daily rate for a double room might drop to like $44.
Wow, big difference.
Yeah. Peak season, it jumps up to maybe $82 on average. But remember, that's average. Hostels can be found from $15, apparently.
Okay.
While the really plush places could be $278 or, even higher. So timing is key for accommodation costs.
Makes sense. What about getting around the island, that $12 a day average? What are the options?
There's a mix. Public transport exists, these things called Songto buses, which are government-run.
Right.
Cheaper, but maybe slower.
Okay.
And you've got the tuk-tuks everywhere. The advice is definitely negotiate the fare beforehand.
Always good advice with tuk-tuks.
Absolutely. Taxis are an option too. And motorbike taxis for shorter hops, apparently the official ones wear vests, which is a good tip.
Useful to know. Any specific examples of transport costs?
A couple mentioned like a long-tail boat taxi for 2 people might be around 300 baht.
Mm-hmm.
And a taxi from the airport into Phuket town, maybe 250 baht, gives you a bit of a ballpark.
Okay. Now, food costs. 41 average per day. How does that break down? Can you eat well cheaply?
Seems like you definitely can. Breakfast might be $4 to $12, lunch maybe $6 to $16, dinner $12 to $29. But street food is highlighted as being around $6 a meal.
So leaning into street food is the budget-friendly way to go.
Yeah, for sure. And delicious. They mentioned a casual dinner for 2 costing maybe 289 baht and a simple plate of noodles around 90 baht. So affordable options are plentiful.
Great. What about activities, sightseeing? That averages $47 a day. What does that get you?
Well, there's some big ticket items, like the Green Elephant Sanctuary Park is mentioned at 2,500 baht, which is about $6,500 US. James Bond Island tours around $75. Scuba diving maybe $100. Phuket Fantasy Show, also 2,500 baht.
Okay, so some pricier excursions.
Right. But crucially, loads of amazing free stuff too.
Yeah.
Hitting the beaches like Karan or Patong costs nothing. Visiting the Big Buddha is free. Wandering through Naka Market.
So you can balance it out.
Exactly. And other things fall in between, like a one-day boat tour is mentioned around 900 baht. A Thai massage, maybe 640 baht. Lots of range.
And lastly, for the budget, the nightlife costs. We talked about the scene. What about the prices?
Comes in pretty low on average, actually about $6.99 per day for alcohol and nightlife.
Really? That seems cheap.
Yeah, maybe that's averaged across all travelers, including those who don't drink much. But examples given are like cocktails for 200 baht, beer for 85 baht.
Okay, so maybe $6 for 2 cocktails, $2.50 a beer. Pretty reasonable.
Yeah, seems quite affordable compared to, say, Europe or the US.
Any general budgeting tips mentioned?
Just the sensible stuff, really. Take advantage of the free activities, consider traveling in the shoulder or low season to save on flights and accommodation.
Right.
Explore different price points for food, and tours don't just go for the first fancy option. And maybe travel at a slower pace, enjoy things without rushing and spending constantly.
Good advice. So overall, it sounds like while you can spend a lot, Phuket is definitely manageable on various budgets.
Absolutely. That accessibility seems key to its widespread appeal.
Okay, so that brings us to the why. Why is Phuket so captivating? Beyond the budget, what's the magic formula? Our sources list like 6 main reasons.
Right. And number 1, unsurprisingly, is the beaches. Patong, Karan, Kata, Naiharn, Kamala. The list goes on. Just stunning stretches of sand.
Classic tropical paradise stuff.
Exactly. And catering to different tastes, busy and bustling, or quiet and relaxed.
And it's not just the main island beaches, is it? The islands nearby are a huge draw.
Oh, definitely. Nearly 40 islands around Phuket. Phi is probably the most famous. James Bond Island, too, the Racha Islands. Great for diving, snorkeling, just exploring by boat. It massively expands the playground.
Okay, so beaches and islands check. What's next?
Accommodation. We touched on the cost, but the sources also emphasize the sheer range and quality. From basic hostels to ultra-luxe resorts, apparently the facilities and service are generally excellent across the board.
So you can find somewhere good to stay, whatever your style. Makes sense. Reason 3.
The people. The locals. The sources consistently describe Thai people as being really cordial, hospitable, welcoming.
Yeah, you hear that a lot about Thailand in general.
Right. And that genuine warmth, it makes a big difference to the travel experience. Creates a sense of comfort, safety.
Definitely. Okay, reason 4. Has to be the food, right?
You got it. Thai food is world famous for a reason, and Phuket is apparently a fantastic place to experience it. Pad Thai, Tom Yum Goong, all the classics, but also, as we'll get into, unique Southern Thai flavors.
Okay. Can't wait to talk more about that. Reason 5.
Entertainment. Beyond the beaches and bars, things like museums, temples, Wat Chalong is a big one, and these spectacular stage shows like Phuket Fantasy and Simon Cabaret adds another layer of things to do.
Right. Caters to different interests. And the 6th key reason.
It seems these 6 points cover the main highlights according to one source: beaches, islands, accommodation, locals, food, and entertainment. A pretty compelling package.
It really is. But the sources mention other contributing factors too, right? Beyond those 6.
Yeah, absolutely. The overall picturesque landscape, just the visual appeal of the pristine beaches, the lush greenery, that tranquility is a big part of it.
The island paradise image.
Exactly. And then there's the thriving economy. Tourism's obviously huge, but there's also growth in hospitality infrastructure, tech, startups, real estate.
Yeah.
Feels like a place that's developing.
And welcoming to expats too, business-wise.
Seems so. An expat-friendly environment is mentioned, contributing to that international feel.
What about the culture?
Big factor. It's described as this rich fusion of Thai traditions and international influences, plus these really vibrant festivals like Songkran, the Water Festival, and the Vegetarian Festival. They offer unique cultural experiences.
And a welcoming vibe from both locals and expats.
Yeah, that seems to foster a diverse, inclusive atmosphere.
Okay. Affordability comes up again too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Compared to many other global hotspots for expats and tourists, Phuket is seen as offering a reasonable cost of living. Lots of housing options, accessible amenities.
Good healthcare is mentioned as well.
Yeah, quality healthcare, modern facilities. Apparently, medical tourism is a growing sector there too. Plus wellness options, spas, retreats.
And things like international schools, education options.
Yep. Adds to the appeal for families or longer-term stays. International schools, higher education, language programs are available.
Infrastructure improvements. Get around, airport.
Crucial stuff. Improved transport networks, the international airport making it easy to get to, and apparently a focus on sustainable development. 2 smart city initiatives mentioned.
And finally, safety. Always a concern for travelers.
Reported as having low crime rates, effective policing, emergency services readily available, seems to be generally considered a safe destination.
Okay, wow. So when you list it all out, beaches, islands, people, food, culture, affordability, safety, infrastructure, it really does paint a picture of a place firing on all cylinders for tourism and livability.
It really does. A very comprehensive appeal.
Right. Let's dive deeper into one of those points that always gets me excited, the food. The sources suggest Southern Thai cuisine is distinct, maybe less known globally than, say, Bangkok style.
Exactly. It's a chance to explore something a bit different within the Thai culinary world. The sources give us a kind of 48-hour foodie itinerary.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Where do we start? Breakfast.
Yes. Day 1 starts at Nayang Fresh Market, near the airport apparently. And forget cereal, we're talking jok moo sap.
Which is?
A savory rice porridge with minced pork, comfort food central. And kanam jeen, that's thin rice noodles, often served with a fish curry sauce.
Okay. Sounds amazing already.
There's more. Kanam hualan, sweet steamed dumplings, mooping, those irresistible grilled pork skewers, local sausages called sai ua, or name.
Yeah.
Yeah, gotta have Thai iced tea, right?
Wow, what a breakfast spread. All from a fresh market.
Seems like it. Highlights the freshness, the local buzz, and apparently you can see the fresh seafood catch there too.
Incredible. Okay, after that epic breakfast, where next?
Into Phuket Old Town. It's noted for its Chinese-Malay heritage, which really shows in the food.
How so?
Now, they mentioned a place called Mi Kolan for pork noodles. You can get them stir-fried, pad mi, or served dry mi hang. Sounds delicious. And another spot, Ko Yun Phuket Noodle. Famous for hockey noodles, again, super dry versions, lots of toppings. And get this, Tom Yum flavored ice cream.
Wait, seriously, Tom Yum ice cream?
Apparently so, at a place called Thai Vetro Ice Cream. Got to be worth trying, right? Just for the story.
Absolutely. That's
Yeah.
bold. Okay, seafood next. Phuket's an island after all.
Right. The source highlights Kruvit's Seafood Raft Restaurant. You actually take a longtail boat to get there, off the East Coast.
A raft restaurant. Cool.
Yeah. And the deal is you pick your own super fresh seafood, sea bass, lobster, crab, whatever looks good, right from the tanks or nets, basically.
And they cook it for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They mention dishes like plakapong nung manao, steamed sea bass with lime and chili, grilled lobster with garlic butter, bay pad pong curry, stir-fried crab and yellow curry. Sounds phenomenal.
Oh, man. That sounds like peak Phuket dining. Fresh seafood on a raft.
Definitely a unique experience.
Okay, day one's winding down. What about drinks? Any cool bars mentioned in Phuket town?
Couple of interesting spots. Zimplex Mixology Laboratory. The name says it all, right? Sounds like they do really creative, maybe slightly crazy shots.
Fun.
And then Debug House, described as more glamorous. Classic cocktails, but with a modern spin. So, a bit of quirky and a bit of chic.
Nice contrast. Okay, day two. Presumably starting with something to soak up last night's mixology.
Exactly. The source calls it hangover breakfast. First stop, Chok Chai Dim Sum. Southern Thai-style dim sum, apparently known for its spicy dipping sauce.
Perfect. Hair of the dog, dipping sauce style?
Kind of. Then it's off to another market, Chom Chom Market. This sounds really local.
What kind of specialties there?
Things like loba. It's described as a mix of seasoned pork bits, maybe awful, adventurous, but likely delicious. Also mihun dry rice noodles with dark soy, served with a pork broth on the side. And popiazat fresh spring rolls.
Real local market finds. Sounds fantastic.
Definitely off the main tourist trail food, perhaps.
Lunch on day two. Getting deeper into Southern Thai.
Yes, at a place called Koti Sankasi Restaurant. And here's a great tip from the source. Look at the Thai menu, not just the English one, for the real local gems.
Ah, insider knowledge. Love it. What kind of dishes?
Things like kangbu, crab curry, but made with fragrant betel leaves. Kaing sum, that classic Southern Thai sour and spicy curry. And by Lian Kam Kati, a coconut milk soup with these specific leaves, melinjo leaves. Sounds really unique.
That sounds incredible. Dishes you probably wouldn't find easily elsewhere.
Exactly. Proper regional cooking.
Okay, the grand finale of our 48-hour food tour
Ends at the Charm Dining Gallery. This place specializes in Phuket-specific cuisine, particularly with Peranakan influences.
Peranakan, so the Chinese Malay heritage again.
Precisely. Dishes mentioned sound amazing. Nam chup yum, a shrimp paste dip with fresh veggies. Yoma prau kua, a spicy salad served in betel leaves. Kang mu suprat, pork and pineapple curry. And muhan,
Which is?
slow braised pork belly, deeply savory apparently, a real Phuket specialty.
Wow. That whole food journey sounds incredible. It's clear Phuket's food scene is way more than just standard tourist Thai food.
Absolutely. So much depth, history, and unique regional flavor. A real foodie destination.
Definitely. Okay, so we've covered a lot from various angles. Let's bring in that local perspective now. We have insights from a Thai source asking, why is Phuket famous worldwide?
Yeah, it's really valuable to understand how its global status is viewed from within Thailand.
So what does this source tell us? First off, it confirms Phuket's status as a top-tier tourist island in Thailand, known for those beautiful Andaman Sea beaches.
Standard recognition there.
But it also makes a point about tourism fostering local wisdom and encouraging cooperation among locals to give visitors the best, safest experience.
That's interesting. It suggests a proactive local engagement with tourism, not just passive acceptance, a sense of ownership.
Right. And significantly, it acknowledges the importance of environmental care and sustainable tourism, saying these benefit the local community.
That's a really key point. Shows an awareness of the long-term picture, balancing tourism with preservation.
Definitely. The source also highlights the sheer diversity of activities available, catering to everyone from divers to business meetings, families, wellness seekers.
Reinforces that broad appeal we talked about earlier. It's not just one type of tourist they're aiming for.
It actually calls Phuket a diverse and most suitable tourist destination in Southeast Asia. High praise.
That really underscores its regional significance.
And it stresses the importance of creating great first impressions and experiences for new visitors to keep that reputation strong.
Makes sense. Continuous effort is needed.
Now, interestingly, this Thai source lists its own famous tourist spots. Does it align with what we've already discussed?
Pretty much, yeah. Patong Beach gets top billing, popular with both foreigners and Thais. Kata and Karon beaches praised for white sand, clear water, good for diving.
Okay.
Phuket Old Town for the architecture, shops, food. Wat Salam, the temple. Phi Phi Islands, obviously.
All sounds familiar. Any surprises?
Maybe Madame Tussauds being mentioned. The Wax Museum. And Promthep Cape, the viewpoint, is highlighted for scenic views and good weather.
Interesting additions. So The local view seems to largely confirm the key attractions and the overall appeal.
Yeah, it reinforces the blend of natural beauty, culture, and facilities that make it popular.
Okay, so let's try and wrap this all up. We've looked at nightlife, costs, the reasons for its appeal, the amazing food, and the local perspective. What's the big picture takeaway?
Well, it really seems like Fouquet's global fame comes down to a powerful combination of factors. It's not just one thing.
Right, you've got that absolutely stunning natural beauty, the beaches, the islands.
Then layered on top is this incredibly vibrant and diverse nightlife, catering to all sorts of tastes.
Plus, a rich cultural scene, that mix of Thai tradition and international vibes.
And let's not forget the food, that unique, delicious Southern Thai and Peranakan cuisine we explored. It's a major draw.
Absolutely. And the fact that you can experience all of this across different budgets, different travel styles, that accessibility is huge.
Definitely. Add in the welcoming atmosphere, the ongoing development, hopefully sustainable development, and that sense of safety.
It really solidifies its place as a truly top-tier global destination.
And hearing that the local perspective values things like environmental care and providing good experiences, that adds another layer of confidence in its future, maybe.
Yeah, it feels quite holistic when you put it all together.
hmm
So thinking about this incredible mixed tradition, modernity, relaxation, adventure, incredible food, stunning scenery. For you listening, what part of Phuket resonates most with what you look for in travel? And what kind of destination deep dive should we tackle next? Something for you to ponder.